Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris Smith here with Osaki Massage Chair, and I'm doing a video on an assembly of an Osaki OS-4000. Now, the chair does come in 4 separate parts, and there's a little bit of hardware that comes with them also. For starters, you have your base. It does come with the backrest pad and the footrest already attached to the base. That's number 1. Number 2, you have your backrest, where all the massage functions are, okay? Then you have your 2 arm panels. That's the inside, that's the outside. Same, just one is left, one is right. This is step 1 of the Osaki 4000 install video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is step 2 for the Osaki 4000 install. You'll see that on either side of the base there are these metal tubes that kind of look like handles, and then you have clips on the bottom of the side panels, which are the arm panels. You'll see an air hose here and then an air hose on the arm panel as well. Now what you want to go ahead and do is take the arm panel, set it in there. That's what I'm going to do right now. Set that in until you hear it firmly sit down, and then you have a little bit of room that you can play with by attaching the air hose to the other end on the base. Sometimes you might need a little bit of lubrication to connect the air hose and the plastic piece together. Hopefully you can see that. Get her down as far as possible. And then when you go to push it up against the base, you just want to make sure that the air hose is not pinched or kinked any other way. Otherwise your arm massage will not work. And we'll move on to step 3. These are the screw hole brackets for the arm panels, front and back, for each side. Front and back. That's it. Alright, this is step 4 for the assembly of an Osaki OS-4000. You'll be equipped with 4 to 5 of these really long screws with washers and lock washers on the end of them. Okay, and this is just an example. I went ahead and hand tightened one of the Allen head screws into the arm panel through the bracket on the base of the chair. I typically use a cordless drill. It makes the job go by much quicker than most would imagine. Okay. Run it down, not all the way. I need a little bit of play. Let's back that off just a little bit so that I can screw in the screw to the arm panel on the back of the chair. We'll move on to step 5 now. Alright, now we're moving on to step 5. This is the other side, but the bracket will be hard to see, and I wanted to show you what it looks like on the opposite side we're not working with. So this is what it's going to look like. Now first, what we want to go ahead and do is take your seat pad, put it back to its original position. Take the backrest pad, lie it forward, okay. You have your other screw, and cameraman, if you want to go ahead and take a look at what I'm doing here. That bracket is tucked back in here. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, and the reason I left the play in the front bolt was so that we could get our back screw in. If you tighten it down, you will not be able to get it in, okay. Now, I've got that one tightened down. You can go ahead and move to the front bolt and tighten it down, and your arm panel is assembled. We'll move on to step 6. Alright, this is step 6. This is the last step for the assembly of an Osaki OS-4000. The Reclined motor here will have a rod and cotter pin. You want to go ahead and pull your cotter pin out and slide your rod out. This Reclined motor will hook up to the backrest bracket. This is what will stop the backrest from falling all the way back or too far forward. So let's go ahead and take these 2 and set them off to the side where we can find them later. Okay. Now, that's 1. Then you have 2 air hoses. That's 3 connections total. Okay. Then 2 large ones here, indicated by black and gray. Okay. Now, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll do that one last. Let's show you step by step how we're going to get this to work. Now, in order to get these air hose connections to match up to these air hose fittings, one end will have plastic while the other end will not. So, I'm going to go ahead and take this backrest, and it's easier when you have 2 people, but I've done it plenty of times. I know how it works. Okay. Take this backrest, just set it down just a little bit. We'll go ahead and take, you want to bring the camera over here so you can see what's going on. Taking my air hose connections, hooking them up. Same thing for the other side. Okay. Now what we'll do is you'll see on either side there's a bracket here, and same thing for the other side. And there's brackets on the sides of the backrest. What I'll do is I'll stand up, pick up the backrest. Okay. Camera, if you want to go ahead and take a look and see how I have this set up right here. Okay. In the meantime, make sure you're holding the backrest up so it will not fall down and hit you in the head. Okay. We have your rod and cotter pin here. What we'll do is lie flat so you can see underneath here. All right. Take that bracket, sit on the other side of the motor. Keep in mind, this is a one-man job I am doing right now, but I suggest you have at least 2 people to help you do it. Run that through. Okay. Take your cotter pin. Run it through. Bear with me here. Well, you can get the idea. Take this and set it down, and you are fully complete with the assembly of an Osaki OS-4000 in 6 simple steps.